guys, and welcome back to my channel. If this is your first time here, hello, I'm Nocturne and I'm a tarot reader here on YouTube. I hope you guys are well. I hope you're staying safe. I hope you're having a great day so far. And basically, for those of you guys who don't know what my Q&A videos are, each month I get asked questions from my patrons over on Patreon, and I choose some to answer here on YouTube. So thank you so much for my patrons, as always, for participating and for asking me these questions. And I also want to say a huge thank you to each and every one of you guys for being here and for allowing me to be part of your day. So as this video is compiling various questions on different people, I am going to try and be as short and succinct as I can. If there's any of the topics discussed today that you'd like me to do a standalone reading to, please do let me know in the comment section below. As usual, guys, I just want to make a quick disclaimer. I'm not going to be divulging too much into each person's personal lives, out of respect for them and for whomever I do a reading about in the future, and I hope you guys can understand that. And yeah, if you guys are interested in any of the cards I use, would like to join me on Patreon, or would like to get a private reading for yourself, you can find all these in the description box below. And yeah, if you enjoyed this video, please give it a like and subscribe to my channel. It would truly mean a lot to me. And yeah, let's get straight into the reading. Okay, first question: what do the cards show about the emotional balance between Gracie Abrams and Paul Mescal, and how Paul supports or reassures her when love triangle stories surface? Okay. Oh, that was okay. Gracie Abrams and Paul Mescal. So I have gotten a question like this prior to this. I'm pretty sure I've done a Q&A question on Paul Mescal and Gracie Abrams. Okay. So here's the thing with Paul. I think as is, he's not necessarily the best communicator, okay? He's not the best at saying, I'm feeling this way, I understand how you feel, da-da-da, di-di-di. Like, he's not like that, but he is very action-oriented. He proves things, with tangible results. That's how he deals with it. So the thing is, like with the King of Swords, he is very much in his mind. Paul lives in his mind. So he could seem like he's unbothered. He could seem like he doesn't really care, but actually he internalizes a lot of things, and that is his personality. And he can sometimes seem detached or cold, or even maybe sometimes as if he's not invested in something, but really his mind is going 100 miles an hour. He's thinking, what are the steps I need to take? What are the things I should do? How can I better myself to be able to show my love and my devotion for the people that I care about? So, you know, I'm going to be honest, there are times when it feels like, you know, without going into it, but you know how sometimes, okay, I'm just going to give you guys an example, you know, when, as a woman myself, as women, you know, sometimes we don't like it when people feel sorry for us or are concerned about us, right? And I do see there is that kind of feeling with Gracie too. So when there's people in your circle that are constantly approaching you with news or with rumors and things like that, maybe there had been kind of like a feeling in the past that you needed to prove it wrong. You needed to say like, no, it's not like that, or I'm safe, even though it's affecting you, but the feeling of someone maybe feeling bad for you is horrible. And so there's maybe situations in the past where it feels like that could feel heavier than the actual stories that people are saying. The feeling that some people might feel sorry for her, or there's a narrative about her that's coming out a certain way, that used to really weigh her a lot. But what Paul is very good at now is proving to her with tangible things and with steps, I am here, I am building a life around you, not just next to you, around you. You can see that she's part of his decision making, in his scheduling, in his working. So he's trying with step-by-step tangible results. I think, you know, he's still struggling a little bit with being completely open with his emotions. I think sometimes he doesn't necessarily feel safe enough to go to the depths of his emotions. I think he has very, very deep emotions. So even when he's being vulnerable and open, like, here's the thing with Paul Mescal is like, you know, the vulnerability of certain people goes down to like level -10. He goes to level -100. So even when he's going -50 and people are like, oh my God, he's so emotionally open, he's so emotionally available, he's so open and vulnerable with his emotions, that's actually nothing. It hasn't scratched the surface. So I think he's trying to be actively more open with his emotions. It's something that he's working on for her. But for now, what is really good is that he's planning, he's strategizing, he's constantly thinking about her. If she feels like she's not important, if she feels like he's not making an effort, if she feels like, oh, this relationship is not going anywhere, actually, I think we should break up. He feels that a lot. So he's constantly trying to improve. And that's something that is very important in the relationship. Thank you so much, guys. Okay, next question is Tom Blythe and Emily Bader from the Netflix movie People We Meet on Vacation. How is their dynamic outside of work? I love this. One more. Oh, it jumped. 1 second, guys. Okay, wow. Let's grab some oracles. What I will say is there is good banter, okay? There is good banter, there's good friendship. In fact, I do feel very much like sibling energy. Oh, okay, just those two. Oh, I love it. There is a duality to them and to their connection outside of work, okay? There is a side of them that feels like this is very good take and give, okay? I feel like when I work with you, you inspire me to be better, and because of that, they have very good synergy in their working environment. But as it is, their dynamic outside of work is fully impacted by their dynamic with work. So what I mean by that is because they have very good synergy when they're working together, take and give, they trust each other. She knows that he's going to deliver something and that is powerful, and it makes her want to also up the ante, you know, that kind of connection. With the Wheel of Fortune and the Five of Swords, this dynamic translates very well outside of work because it's continuous with the Wheel of Fortune. So they feel like they could talk for ages. At the same time, with the Five of Swords in reverse, they bicker a lot. But the bickering is not harmful. It's not negative. It's just banter. That's why I said I feel sibling energy, because they feel like it feels like they can banter. She can pick up what he throws, you know, and vice versa. It feels like a very good flow of energy that keeps going. We also have the butterfly, we have the trout, we have the deer, we have the antelope. This shows me that they are constantly able to inspire and stimulate one another in different elements. With the butterfly, it's very air energy. So intellectually, they can have conversations about real things, about politics, about their craft, about art, about acting, about, you know, all sorts of topics. But with the deer and the antelope, they can be very grounded too. They're like, okay, we need to focus. What do we need to do now? What's our main goal? What do you want to do? Do you want to talk about what's going on in your life? They can talk about that too. And with the trout, with purification, this is depth. Okay, so there's depth in their communication, whether it's about feelings, whether it's about vulnerability, about emotions, about intellect, about work. So because of that, they are very compatible. And their friendship feels very nourishing. It's not the kind of friendship where you talk to one another and then you feel like, oh, I'm completely drained. No, it feels like, okay, after talking to you, I feel re-energized, I feel recharged. So it's good friendship, guys. Okay. Next question is Yerin Ha and Luke Newton from Bridgerton's latest season. What do they think and feel about each other outside of filming? So I'm pretty sure Luke Newton was the one from the previous season with Nicola Coughlan, because I got a few questions about Luke and Nicola. So I'm thinking that maybe Yerin Ha, and because it says Bridgerton's latest season, so I'm assuming it's the other Luke, the new character. So I'm gonna go with that one, Luke. I don't think it's Luke Newton. But yeah, okay, so we'll go with Yerin Ha and Luke from the new season. So what do they think and feel about each other outside of filming? Yerin and Luke. I really hope it is the new Luke, because otherwise I'm so sorry, and I'll do Luke Newton next time. But I'm pretty sure, especially because it says Bridgerton's latest season, I'm pretty sure it's the new Luke Thompson. Okay. How do Yerin Ha and Luke feel about each other and see each other outside of filming? I love this so much, guys. I love this so much. Wow. I'm gonna be honest with you guys. I haven't seen the new season. I haven't seen the last few seasons actually. I think I saw season 1 and I saw season 3. I haven't seen season 2 and I haven't seen, this should be season 4, right? So I don't know what people are saying in the interviews and things like that, but just from what I'm seeing, from the cards, from the energy, I will be honest with you guys, there were some difficulties with filming this season. There were things they needed to kind of like get through. There were challenging situations, not with one another, sorry about the siren, not with one another, but just in general on the set, and then other things that they had to deal with. And the beautiful thing about their friendship and their connection is through this situation that made it difficult for Yerin, for Luke, they came together. They found solace in one another, okay? With the 6 of Cups here, it feels very like, I trust you. I trust you and you trust me and we have each other's backs. And so because of these difficulties, something beautiful happened. It brought them together. There was constant communications during filming. So what I mean with constant communication is, yes, of course they saw one another daily, but even when they clocked out, they would text each other, they would message each other, they would call one another, they would talk about certain things. So it has made their connection and their friendship grow exponentially. We have Sagittarius here, we have fire, so they have true confidence in one another. They have chemistry, which helps translate to working together. They have play with the 6 of Cups. They have clear communications, and through it all, because of these difficult situations that arose while they were working together, with the square, with the difficulties, and with the 9 of Swords, they have built trust. So it feels good, guys. Hi guys, sorry, the video stopped recording, but as I was saying, anything else in regards to Yerin, Ha, and Luke Thompson? I love it, you guys. They're each other's strengths and they bring peace to one another. So actually during maybe the promoting of this series and downtime and things like that, they have been able to lean on one another. They found strength in each other and they feel peace when they're around one another. So there is a big feeling of trust there. And that is so important, right? Especially when you're working together. And finally, with the Ace of Pentacles, they appreciate one another very much. In fact, you know what? It's very sweet because with the 6 of Cups here, with the Peace, we have Ace of Pentacles. They appreciate one another very much. But also, I do see a very big yin-yang polarity between them. So it could be that, you know, Yerin is someone that is a lot more warm or outgoing or loud. And because of that, it takes the pressure off of Luke Thompson to have to constantly act, you know, or constantly perform. It takes the pressure off of him, and she knows when he feels the pressure, or maybe he gives really insightful, good answers, and that takes the pressure off of her too. So there is this very beautiful yin-yang synergy, and so they're very grateful for one another, and it feels amazing. But yeah. Okay, guys. Oh my gosh, I said I was going to be short and succinct. It seems like that is not happening. Okay, I'll try my best. Okay. Next question is Ariana Grande current energy. Ariana Grande current energy. Ariana Grande. So I am filming this currently on the 26th of February. She is busy, you guys. She is busy. Oh. Not a second to waste. That's what I'm hearing. Not a second to waste, not a second to relax. I am busy. We have the 3 of Cups, we have Justice, we have the Chariot, we have the 4 of Cups in reverse, we have Temperance in reverse. So there are a few different layers to this. Okay, the first layer that I am seeing currently is that she is making things happen. So there's a lot of things on her plate. There's a lot of projects that she's currently working on, and she's going. She's feeling very ambitious right now. Okay, so there is this almost like a fire where she feels like, okay, I have to get this done now. There's almost like this momentum that I cannot miss. So I have to get these things done now. So there's an urgency. There is this need to do as much as she can in this current moment in time, and that is her current energy. Another thing that I do see is that she has been working behind the scenes on something to do with law, litigation, something like that. Maybe someone hasn't been, you know, like conducting business properly with her, things like that. So this was something that had been going on and had been stagnant in her life, like as in it's been kind of in the background for a long time. It just wasn't proceeding in the timely manner that she was hoping for it to proceed. And I am seeing that it's finally going to move forward. Okay, move forward quickly. And it's going to get resolved, and it's going to be in her favor, because I do see with the Three of Cups, she's going to be celebrating with the people nearest and closest to her. Again, like I mentioned, this is not the time for her to be sitting and relaxing. I do see it's very go, 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 especially with Temperance and the Four of Cups in reverse. There's not even a time for her to like second guess herself, because she just needs to make quick decisions on the spot. I also do see that she's because of the manner of how quick things are going, she is quite tired, but at the same time, like I mentioned, there's this urgency that she's feeling. So she's not like, oh, I'm tired and I'm annoyed that I have to do it. It's more like, oh, I'm tired, but I want to do it. Sorry about that, guys. Someone just started drilling outside. I hope it's not too noisy. But yeah. Okay. Next question is... twice current energy. Okay, twice current energy. Where is it? There's a card that already. Okay. Oh. Guys, I'm so sorry. There's like, I wonder if you guys can hear it. Okay, I'll keep going and hope that the drilling stops. Oh my gosh, you guys. Okay. What is going on behind the scenes? Okay, guys, so I'll be honest with you guys as always. There's a big change coming to Twice. There's something that the girls have been has been weighing on their minds for a very, very long time. They haven't been happy with something. In fact, with the Emperor in reverse, I can see, oh my gosh, I'm so sorry about the drilling. Let me just stop for a second, okay? Hello, my loves. Okay, sorry about that. There was so much drilling happening outside. I had to pause for a second. But as I was saying, in regards to Twice current energy, there's actually a lot of movement here. And yeah, I'm going to be honest with you guys. It seems like a lot of change is going to happen. With the Emperor in reverse and the Queen of Swords, I do feel like they've been unhappy for a while in regards to something to do with management. So someone higher up, the way that things are being conducted, the way that things are happening, they felt, especially with the Emperor in reverse, one, they're not happy with the decisions that someone higher up is making. But second, they feel like they don't have ownership of their days, ownership of the decision making, things like that. It feels like things have been outside of their control. With the Five of Swords in reverse and the Nine of Swords, this is not a new story. This is not something new. This is something that's been repeated or going on for a while, but now it's gotten to the point where they're like, no, we can't stay quiet about it anymore. So I do see that the big conversation, a big change is going to happen. We have the Queen of Swords, the Judgment, and the Wheel of Fortune here. So they're really getting ready right now. And this is current energy in regards of the group, right? I'm not talking about one person or two people. This is the whole group. So there is this feeling of we are collectively getting ready right now to not fight for our rights, but stand our ground and communicate our needs very effectively and very well. And these changes need to happen. These changes need to work in order for us to be able to keep doing what we're doing. So with the Judgment and the Wheel of Fortune, this is a new cycle, okay? This is a new era, basically. They are changing a lot of things. It's a rebirth. So things need to be accommodated in order for them to be able to do what they need to do, and in order for them to be happy enough to keep doing what they're doing, is what I'm hearing. But that is the current energy right now, guys. Okay, guys, next question is One Direction. What is the current energy between the members? There was videos of Louis and Zayn subtly dissing Harry. So the energy currently, you guys, I think they're all living their lives. I think they have different paths, and I think they're all very, very different people. And this is not about animosity or anything like that. I just honestly see them living such different paths and being such different people that sometimes it's so difficult to see eye to eye. And even with communicating, it's like, okay, here's the thing. I'm gonna be so honest and so blunt with you guys. I hope that's okay. Without obviously, yeah, okay, I want to be careful with this. We have the Nine of Swords in reverse, the Star in reverse, the Magician, the Two of Wands, the Sun, the King of Swords, and the Ace of Pentacles, all in reverse right now. So what this tells me is that, yes, there is a brotherhood, and yes, there is love. But currently, with all these overwhelmingly heavy emotions, which we will touch upon very, very soon, but with all these overwhelming emotions in the background, it is very difficult to focus on the good things, which is the nostalgia, the love, and how they balance one another. When it comes to all these overwhelming emotions that they're currently feeling, they are dealing with things very differently. And because of that, they're, instead of coming together, some are pulling away. And obviously there's a lot of energies here, so people are dealing with it differently. But we have the Nine of Swords, the Star in reverse, the Ace of Pentacles in reverse, the Magician in reverse. Energy-wise, is very stagnant between them right now. There are also unresolved things from the past. And what I mean unresolved things from the past, it's not a year ago, 2 years ago, 3 years ago. These are things from the past, a long time ago. But because of certain triggers that have happened recently, those unresolved emotions and unresolved anger are also bubbling to the surface, and they haven't had the time to process and deal with it one-on-one. And because of that, there hasn't been a resolution, there hasn't been an exit from this feeling. Okay, so if anything, there's just a little bit of confusion and anger and feeling like, where do we even go from here? In reality, they're very different people. They're leading different lives, and they are, on a cellular level, men that process emotions in a completely different way. And I think right now is not the time for them to have serious conversations anyway. So I'm glad that they're not. But to answer your question, the energy is stagnant and heavy, because what it is that there are certain unresolved things, emotions, a lot of things coming in from their youth, that is coming and bubbling up to the surface right now, and it's manifesting in a lot of different ways. So it's easier to say that you're angry about something instead of whatever it is that's deeper. It's easier to say, because you mentioned there was videos of Louis and Zayn subtly dissing Harry. It's easier to diss Harry about something light, or it's easier for A to say something inconsequential about B, because it's harder to say what you're actually angry about. Okay, that's where I'm gonna leave it. We have the bear, we have the sheep, and we have spider. They will always be in each other's lives, okay? Especially with the spider right here. They are entangled in each other's lives. They are in each other's webs. But I do feel like the one person that would usually say, hey, come on, let's what's everyone doing? How are you? Or even just a quick hello on chat or whatever. Even that person is not there, And so that feeling of devotion, that feeling of oneness is not there right now in the one direction. They're in like all sorts of directions. So yeah, even though there's a lot of love there right now, there is stagnancy, there is, leftover anger and unresolved situations that are bubbling to the surface. And it's really affecting how they are outwardly to one another as well, say. Thank you so much, guys. Dylan O'Brien's relationship with the Teen Wolf casts such as Holland, Roden, and Tyler Posey. He declined to be in the Teen Wolf movie a few years back, and I was just wondering why that was. Okay, so let's go to just the Teen Wolf first. He declined to be in the Teen Wolf movie a few years back, and I was just wondering why that was. Oof. Okay. Sorry about the siren, you guys. So we have, wow, okay, we have the sun coming out twice. So we have Libra, we have the sun, we have Saturn. We also have the Three of Swords in reverse. We have the Tower upright. We have the Chariot. We have the Ten of Swords, the Knight of Cups, and we also have the Page of Cups in reverse. So here's the thing in regards to that project, just that project, okay? I do see there's a lot of love there. When Dylan O'Brien thinks about that time in his life, he thinks about it with a lot of love because, you know, he was starting off with the Knight of Cups. There was a lot of excitement when it comes to it. He wants to leave it at that. There's a feeling of, you know what, that chapter is closed with the Libra. I learned so much from it, but in order to go back again to that place, I don't know if I want to, because as beautiful as that experience was, and as beautiful as that pocket in time was, it's not something. It also had a lot of struggle. It also was a period in his life where he had to really learn, and there's just a lot that goes in it, okay, a lot in the background. And he does feel like that chapter has closed. I don't need to revisit it anymore, especially with the Three of Swords and the Page of Cups. He was the Page of Cups. He doesn't want to step into those shoes anymore. But other than that, there is another reason. And I do see with the Tower, the Chariot, the Ten of Swords, and the Knight of Cups, I do see there was a situation that truly affected him. We have the Tower and the Chariot here. So it can signify a very sudden stop in movement, especially when followed with a Ten of Swords. So it could be that something happened and he was just not able to move forward with this project, or something affected him deeply during his movement, during his projects, during doing something, that it made him have to stop for a while. So he will have a lot of love for these people and for this project, but one, it was just not mentally right for him to go back, and two, I don't think he could physically do it anyway, because he had to, something happen in his own life that prevented him from doing it, is what I'll say. Okay, what about Dylan with casts such as Holland, Roden, and Tyler Posey? We have the Hermit, the Seven of Pentacles, the Ace of Wands, and the Two of Cups. There is great love there in terms of friendship. Yes, there is friendship with the Ace of Wands. There is nostalgia and love when it comes to it, okay? There is passion. There is nostalgia when you think about those moments. Oh my gosh, we had a lot of fun together. But with the Seven of Pentacles and the Hermit, it's not something that they seek out right now. I think they live very different lives right now. Everyone is busy or doing their own thing. And because of that, they stay, you know, like they have their own lives. It's not something that they're constantly like seeking out. But the beautiful thing is that the love was there. The years that they spent together is obviously something that is memorable. But in regards to whether they spend a lot of time together and things like that, not really, you know. Yeah, but there will always be a family. There will always be so much love there. So that is beautiful. Okay, next question is, what is Newjeans' other members' reaction to HYBE kicking out Danielle? We'll stay there for now before we talk about Minji. What is Newjeans' other members' reaction to HYBE kicking out Danielle? Okay. You guys, you know, it's very complicated. So I want to be very careful and sensitive about this subject, because there's a lot of layers and it was a very long process. So as I describe the feelings and emotions, I want us all to still remember this has been a long process, because with the Six of Wands, the Three of Wands, the Two of Swords, and the Ace of Cups, there is sadness, of course. There is a feeling with the King of Cups in reverse where they feel their decision, and the decision wasn't something that they were aligned with. It's not something that they agree with, okay? But at the same time, there is so much on their plate right now, and there is a little bit of a feeling of onwards and upwards. We need to keep planning. Something is finally behind us. Something is finally, you know, as you guys see here with the Six of Wands, right? There is a bird, and with a bird there is a flower here, and you can see there's 4 birds and there's 2 birds here. So they've been separated. The birds have been separated, but they still hold them close to their heart, and they still want the best for Danielle. But at the same time, they need to move forward right now. They need to start planning and doing things. There's so much on their plates. It's not something that they can keep mulling over right now. But of course, they have so much love for her, so much love for her. But when it comes to the decision right now, you know, I have to be honest with you guys, it's not like they're actively currently like thinking about it all the time because there is so much on their plate and they need to keep moving. So they've stopped themselves from constantly pondering and thinking it over. There's love there, but they need to move forward. With the Six of Wands and the Three of Wands, this is about planning, expansion, movement. I feel like the company itself is keeping them quite busy behind the scenes in order for those thoughts not to linger too much. But yeah, anything else? Yeah, they're following orders right now with the Hierophant. It's very much following orders by the book, having to respect the company, having to respect the rules, going by the book, literally listening to what the owl is saying and moving forward with the Knight of Pentacles, moving forward. But yeah, okay. Next question, will Minji still be able to come back to the group? With the Moon in reverse, the World in reverse, you guys will know about it very, very soon anyway, because they're going to make sure people know. But I will say, oh gosh, okay. Just 1 second. Just one more, guys. Just one. Okay. Okay. We have the Moon in reverse, the World in reverse. So like I mentioned, news about it will come very, very soon, within the next month. So you guys will know the decision, but, you know, but it's not something that is done easily. I feel like there is an element of wanting to not punish her, but make an example out of Danielle, and feeling like, okay, because you were like that, now things are a little bit more difficult for you. So what I mean by that is that with the 10 of Wands here and the 9 of Pentacles, maybe the other girls got certain benefits. You wouldn't get that. You have to work a little bit harder to get the same. And it's something that she has to agree to. So this like impending decision rides on whether or not Minji agrees to it. And I will say right now, there is a feeling of, oh, I don't know if I want to. But I will be honest with you guys, they really need her. They really need Minji. It's going very slow. There's constant communication. There's constant, okay, this is the contract, you agree. No, let's going back and forth. It's been a very, very tough process. The good thing about Minji is that I do see she has good representation. And what I mean with representation is she also has, let's say, good parents or good people that are reading things properly. So yeah, she's noticing things. For right now, the energy is stagnant, but I will tell you guys, either way, the decision is going to be made very soon, and you guys will find out about it. The energy is currently stagnant. They need her. They want her. They don't want her to know. They need her and want her. They're making things a little bit more difficult for her, but with the sun upright, whatever decision will come out is one that Minji is going to be happy with, whether she stays or whether she goes. So next question is, IVE Yujin and Aespa Ningning friendship. IVE Yujin and Aespa Ningning friendship. What happened? Okay, one. Just one, sorry, one more. Okay. They are friends. They were closer in the past. I do see that. They were closer in the past when they were younger. I do see there was definitely more interaction, more closeness. I don't think I mean, it's not like there is any animosity or anything like that, but the warmth of the friendship was warmer back when they were still beginners or in the early days of their career. I think with the Queen of Cups in reverse, the Two of Wands upright, the Six of Pentacles upright, and the Seven of Cups, I think they're both just extremely busy. There's so much going on in their lives that they don't naturally gravitate to one another anymore. It doesn't necessarily have to be anything bad, but I just do see that the warmth is not as strong right now, okay? With the Four of Wands in reverse, the Knight of Swords upright, I do see that personally both women deal with a lot of things, competition, comparison, and it's just bad for a friendship to thrive under those conditions. So it's nothing personal, but I think currently they are still friends and they are still friendly, but they're not necessarily as close as they used to be. Kim Taeri, current energy and career. Is she in talks for any new project? So Kim Taeri. Kim Taeri. Do you want to come out? Yes or no? Okay. Oh. Oh my gosh. Okay. Okay, guys. So, ooh. Okay, I'm gonna be very careful with this, but you know, in regards to current energy and her personal life, currently she's going through a lot, okay? A lot of personal things that is maybe you know, seeping into her career as well. So with the High Priestess, the Tower, the Hermit, the Queen of Swords, and the Three of Swords, I do see there's been a huge internal shakeup. Something that has happened to her in her personal life that has made her rethink everything. Rethink her intuition, rethink the direction she wants to go in life, rethink everything, okay? So this personal situation that has happened has truly affected her. So, yeah. So here's the thing. With projects, she is constantly being offered projects, and she's constantly, you know, hand delivered, you know, things when it comes to her career. There's a lot of people that want to work with her, but because of this personal situation that has happened behind the scenes, she's becoming a lot more picky. In fact, I do see there was a project that was offered to her, but this would need her traveling, need her to be maybe outside of the country for a long period of time and things like that. And because she's still hurting and healing, and there's a lot that she's currently processing in her personal life, there are certain projects that she has said no to, okay? I do feel like this project that she said no to especially is something that's a little bit more adventurous, something that yeah, required a lot of travel, required a lot of energy, and she did not have it at that current moment in time. But yeah, so you asked if she's in talk for projects. Yes, she is in talk for projects, but there has been quite a few that she's had to say no to because she's currently dealing with things. So she is working, or she has worked on a few projects that, yeah, sorry, one second, guys. So if in the near future she comes, you know, she does interviews or she's on TV for something, and it feels like she's a little bit more emotional, a little bit more sensitive. That's what I mentioned. I saw that some of the personal things would be leaking outside too. So I feel like for fans and people that know her so much, you guys would be able to see, oh, she seems a little bit more delicate, you know. There's a lot of emotions that she seems to be experiencing right now, but she's okay. I don't want you guys to worry or anything. But yeah, anything in regards to the project. So I will be honest, she's taking it slow right now in regards to projects. Yes, there are things in the background, but she's not actively pursuing them right now, and she's kind of like in the process of, you know what, I don't want to rush into anything right now either, is what I will say. But let me just have another look. Anything, guys, in regards to any projects, anything that I can tell? Okay, so we do have the Knight of Cups, we have the Six of Swords, the Three of Pentacles, and Temperance. There is one project that I will tell you guys right now. She's going to be working with someone that she's worked with already in the past. So someone that you guys have already seen her with, she's going to be working closely with that person again. Oof. Okay. We have the Three of Swords, the Ten of Cups, the Eight of Pentacles. Yes, again, Justice. You know what? She's already in talks when it comes to this project right here. Sorry, guys. I am feeling so overwhelmed doing her reading right now. I feel like I can feel it in my throat. I don't think she's been, you know, without, yeah. I think she's been very selective about communicating as well. She's been, you know, staying within her, yeah, she's just been a little bit of a hermit. And I think that's a beautiful thing when you're trying to heal, when you're trying to process something, to be in your space and to be on your own. But yeah, in regards to this project that she's going to be working with someone that she has already worked with in the past, we do see the justice come out twice, so it does feel like she's already signed the papers and everything. But either way, she is being very, very selective of the projects that she embarks on. Next question is Lee Chaemin's current energy. Lee Chaemin, I hope I'm saying his name right. Lee Chaemin. Ooh, he's working on something and he's having fun, guys. I think this is a very a period of creation. So what I mean by that is that a lot of things that he's been wanting to manifest in his life is finally coming true, and because of that, he's enjoying every process. He's having fun with it. He's feeling like he's in his element, and he's finally being seen for his talents and what he can provide. So this is currently very much an exciting and beginner mindset energy, okay? He's doing a lot of things. It's very active. He's having fun. He's playing. He's getting along with people. With the Queen of Wands, he feels like he's shining. With the Page of Pentacles, he's learning a lot of things. He's getting very good opportunities. And with the Six of Pentacles, he's getting to work with people that he truly respects and people that want to help him, people that can impart wisdom on him, can impart skills on him. So in regards to his energy, it feels very, very, very good. Anything else in regards to Lee Chaemin? Lee Chaemin. Oh. Yeah, you guys, he feels like he's finally on this path that is leading him to where he wants to go. The things that he's been wanting to manifest, this is so good, you guys. The energy feels great. You know, with Follow Your Bliss, play the process, trusting the process. He's putting so much into it. He is working hard, but playing hard, and he's having fun. And there's this very humble energy about him where it's like, I want to take on as much. I want to learn as much. I know there is so much that people can teach me, and I am just an open vessel to that. So I love it. Okay, guys, thank you so much. Let me just have a sip of water. Okay, next question is, what's next for Blackpink after their mini album comeback? Will we see a long hiatus from group activities with members focusing on solo projects? Okay, what's next for Blackpink after their mini album comeback? Oh my goodness, you guys. Okay, one more. You guys, the change of energy that you guys are going to get the second their mini album is over is like night and day, okay? We have the Five of Pentacles in reverse, the Ace of Wands, and the Eight of Wands. It's like the fire, the passion, the excitement is returning, and it's like they're on like a Formula One car and they're zoom, like zooming so fast. So after their mini album comeback, you guys are gonna get so much from them. So, and I'm talking about personal projects, okay? So because there's a lot of projects that each member in themselves has had to kind of like stop for group activities. So a lot of halted things, a lot of things that had to kind of be pushed back, okay? So big opportunities to work with big people too, big names too. So what's going to happen after the mini album comeback is you guys are going to see so much coming from them, but in their own personal things, okay? So especially with the Five of Pentacles in reverse, it's like maybe right now you guys feel like, oh, we're hoping for crumbs, oh, we never get to see this member, we never get to see that member. Well, yeah, you guys are gonna see a lot from everyone. In regards to their relationship, I will be honest, okay guys, it's been a little bit of a difficult road when it comes to this chapter of their lives. They're overworked, they're overtired, and so the feeling of I want to hang out with you is not necessarily going to be there towards the end. After this, they need their own space. We have the Five of Pentacles in reverse, of course we have the Moon in reverse, the Three of Cups in reverse, and the Strength in reverse. So there is going to be this feeling of I need my own space for a little bit, and I hope you guys can understand that. But everyone feels the same way, so they will take a little bit of a distance from each other, not like in a bad way, just we are doing our separate thing for now. everything is balanced, everyone gets along, we love one another, but hey, I need time to do my own projects, and there's going to be a lot of projects. So yes, to answer your question, will they be focusing on solo projects? Yes, and you guys will get a lot. Like all of a sudden, oh my gosh, it's one from this, one from that, like happening simultaneously. Okay. Next question is, Britney Spears recently sold the rights to her music catalog and had, oh my god, this is so crazy. I don't know which month it was. I think it was recent, like 3 months, 4 months, 5 months. I did a reading on Britney Spears and I saw her selling something, and I'm gonna link it somewhere on the screen. But basically, from what I can remember on that reading and what the cards came out, was that someone younger than her, like a male figure, like it could be a son, a family friend, something like that, was trying to stop her from making a deal that would shorthand her. But she just wanted to do it anyway. So anyways, this question right now is telling me what had happened. So that's really, yeah, that's a shame that she sold the rights to her music catalog. She had no plans, sorry, I got distracted, and had publicly stated before that she has no plans to return to the music industry. How is she doing now, and what influenced her decision? Is she experiencing financial difficulties? Okay, guys, so Britney Spears. I actually see in this current moment in time, in this current energy, there's a lot of people that are currently talking about her. And what I mean by that is I do see a group of people converging right now in a room somewhere discussing her because they're worried about her. They're watching and they're thinking and they're worried because it's like, it's a health thing. And they don't think that she's doing very well. Her strength is not there. So something is actually going to happen within the next 2 to 3 weeks. I do see that, especially with the Wheel of Fortune. So actually, a certain group of people are going to step in and they're going to try and take care of her and do something for her. I do see that that is the current energy that is going to unfold right now. 1 second, guys. Let me just grab this deck. Yeah, we have strength coming out twice and the 5 of Wands. So she will resist this help, okay? She will resist it a lot with the 5 of Wands. She's gonna be like, no, I don't need help. I'm perfectly fine. But there is a group of people that is going to step forward and help her. A lot of female energy, I will tell you that. And one of them could be like a past assistant, a past person that she considered a sister, something like that. So it's like not a biological sister, but like there used to be sisterhood between these people, but there is a group of female energy that is going to try and step forward and help her. I do see that. Okay, and you asked, how is she doing now? Well, we have strength in reverse twice. You know, it's very difficult because she's not really communicating with a lot of people. She's keeping to herself. She's, there is, you know, in her, you know what, guys, I'm gonna be honest. It's so heavy that I don't want to go into it too much, but I will tell you, obviously, she's not doing her best right now. And yeah, in regards to financial difficulties, there is someone that is still helping her. Money is actually still there. She does have the money. It's not, you know, it's not like overwhelming, but she does have money. And one of the reasons why she still has money is because someone, and I see it's actually like a son figure, okay? Like a younger person is ensuring. And the reason why I say that is because there is this one energy out of her son that keeps coming forward in the past reading and also in this reading. So one of her sons loves her very much, but you know, it's like keeping distance. But I do see that one of them is thinking about her money and has maybe been saving some money for her. So what I mean by that is that it could be that, let's say, she gave him a lot of money at some point in life, and that's something that he saved, or maybe she actually does have the ability to ensure there's money she cannot touch, something like that. Okay, but there's a change coming very soon. Again, like I mentioned to you guys, within the next 3 weeks, there's people that are really, really looking out for her. And yeah. Okay, guys, next question is, oh my goodness, sorry, this has been a very, very long reading. I hope that's okay with you guys. My voice is starting to give out, but we have two questions, guys. Okay, so let me read the next question. My question is about Bad Bunny. He recently won Album of the Year and gave an amazing halftime show performance. Oh my gosh, guys, it was so good. I actually cried. I bawled my eyes out. But yeah, okay. So I was wondering what's coming up in the next 6 months for him in terms of his career and love. He is rumored to be back with one of his ex-girlfriends, Gabriela Berlingeri. So I'm curious if they're going to last this time. But yeah, I just want to know what's coming up for him in terms of love and career. Okay, Bad Bunny. Bad Bunny. You guys, he is actually a serious person, okay? This is someone that actually likes being monogamous. This is someone that actually likes taking the next step in relationship and isn't like, oh, let's just see where it goes, or let's just, you know, fool around and things like that. So in regards to Gabriela, I don't see that this is the one for him. I do see for now it's something that, you know, they're having fun with, especially with the Page of Cups. It does feel there is nostalgia there. So it could be that they've been together for a long time prior to this, or he's known her for a very long time prior to this. But she is someone that he cares about deeply and gives him a sense of home. Okay, so it does seem with the Page of Cups that there is like nostalgia when he's around her. So we go back. Okay, there's that feeling. We go back. But like I mentioned, he is someone that will want to settle down at some point, and that point is not very far off. So he's always surrounded by women. I'm seeing, especially, there's 3 women right now. One of them is Gabriela, and like I mentioned, I don't necessarily see that she is the one for him. I think they're tied to past connections, past experiences, the feeling of, oh my gosh, you know, like we knew each layer of ourselves before we became this person, kind of thing. But I do see that ultimately he's going to end up with a Queen of Cups. So there's a lot of people surrounding him. But yeah, and he does want marriage, you guys. He is someone that's always wanting to take the next step, wanting to see, well, especially now anyway. And I think he is about to enter a very Saturnian period in his life where he's like, I'm not messing about anymore. I don't want a lot of options. I don't want to get my heart broken. I don't want to break other people's hearts. I want to be serious. I want marriage. I want to expand and live life and grow together with one person. So let's see a little bit about this person, this Queen of Cups. Ooh. So this person is someone that's very self-assured. They could have Leo energy, just their energy in general. It feels very, almost like, not maternal though. I want to say maternal, but not necessarily maternal. But there is something about them that doesn't try hard. This is not someone that is showy in a way that is like, look at me, look at me. No, just the way they walk is elegant. Just the way that they appear to the world feels expensive, okay? And I do see that this could be a relationship he already had in the past, but they're rekindling the relationship, because with the Fool, it does feel like, let's start again. Let's start from the beginning. Let's pretend that ever happened in the past. Let's start anew. So I do see this is something in his mind. Or if it's not in his mind yet, it will be soon. Okay, guys, so next question about Bad Bunny is, let's see. And what's coming up for him in terms of his career. So let's see his career. In terms of his career. Oh, we have Scorpio. We have the 4th house. Wow, I love that. Wow, you guys. Career is going to be insane. You know what? He is a very spiritual person. And I think he's really tapping into that spirituality in this next chapter of his life, you guys are gonna see his work and his career tap into a deeper, more vulnerable side. You know, Scorpio is very, very deep. Scorpio is serious stuff. Sometimes it can be very, very dark. It can be very honest. It can trigger things in people. But especially with Scorpio in the 4th house, the 4th house is all about where we came from. It's our culture, it's our roots, it's our home. So I really do see him delving into the topic of, you know, his home, his culture, his identity, what it means to be him, what it means to have gone through the things that he did, or the people around him that feel like home. So he's really focusing on that. Themes of sadness and grief and serious stuff. Okay, guys, serious stuff. There is a feeling that it's going to feel almost very like lucid. Okay, very lucid, very real. This is the most honest work that he's done in a very long time. So that is on his peripheral right now. That's the kind of work that he wants to create. Honest stuff. Yeah, he's going inwards. He's very honest to himself. It's not a project or a work that is being influenced by other people. It's being influenced by him. It's his truth. It's his honesty. It's his inspiration. It's his identity. And it's not being inspired by anyone else. So I think this is very, very powerful. Okay, final question is, sorry guys, my voice is starting to go. Okay, final question is DPR Ian, overall energy and love life connection. And then with Rose of Blackpink, any future collabs. Okay, so his overall energy, he is, wow, you guys, he is going through it right now. The past year of his life has been a lot, okay? And if anything, it's opened his eyes to what is important, okay? We have the 5 of Pentacles, we have the Tower, we have the Lovers, the Hermit, the High Priestess, and the Hanged Man. So the past year in his life has been hard because it feels like he has had to deal with big changes, okay, structural changes when it comes to his career. With the Tower and the 5 of Pentacles, especially with the 5 of Pentacles, this deals with not getting things fairly, being effed up, feeling like you had to beg for breadcrumbs, left out in the cold, being screwed by something, okay? But the foundation of something that he truly believed in has crumbled down. And during this very difficult time, he really retreated. But there was someone that came into his life during this period that not only gave him strength, but this person gave him advice. This person gave him a feeling of hope, okay, and was able to make him see things from a different perspective. So he owes a lot of how he feels now in this current moment in time to this person, okay? This person has really changed and opened his eyes. Now let's see a little bit about this person. So what is this person like? So we do see the boar, and we also have the porcupine. So this is very interesting because I do see that this person is not just someone that gives. This person has a very good head on their shoulders, and they have very healthy boundaries, okay? So because of that, he's learning so much from her about what it means to be strong, what it means to have boundaries, what it means to confidently live your life on your own accord without caring about what other people will think of you. And this person has given him the confidence to be who he is. Unashamedly, DPR Ian. This is a person that doesn't try hard. So this is not necessarily a person that is like constantly on social media, showing photos of themselves, things like that. No, this is someone that likes their space, likes their life, likes their little bubble, likes their boundaries, doesn't need to get certain validation from people. Yeah, he's gone through a lot, you guys. There's been endings that happened, but through it all, through this rebirth that he's undergone, he's been able to move a little bit slower, okay, and change his life for the better. And this person was a big part of that. Anything else about this person? You guys, we have the Lovers and the Ten of Cups. This person could be it, okay? But I'll tell you right now, this is not necessarily like a model or anything like that. I mean, they could be, but I just don't see that this person is being seen a lot. It's not someone that's on billboards or anything like that, because I do see this person likes their space. They don't fight about things. It almost feels a bit too easy to the point that he's like, wait, what? Is this even okay? Because I think sometimes he goes through tumultuous relationships where it can feel a little bit toxic, and he feeds on it like it feels a bit exciting. But it's just easy with this person, and this person would not tolerate that from him anyway. This is the kind of person that's like, listen, I want a no drama relationship. If you're about that kind of life, then you're not the person for me. And so he's had to grow up in order to meet this person's standards, is what I will say. But yeah, anything else? Oh yeah, the question is friendship reading with Rose Blackpink. Rose Blackpink. I think I did get a question about him and Rose in the past. Yeah, I mean, things are very slow moving when it comes to him and Rose. I think right now it's just not something that they're working on. It's not something that they want to do, a future collaboration or anything like that, because they're both very busy, especially with the Four of Pentacles in reverse here. They're both very busy investing in their own lives and living their lives, okay? There is communication sometimes. They're friendly with one another, but are they best friends? Are they working on something together? I don't see that right now. Is it something that could happen in the future? Yes. We have the Three of Pentacles. That's a great omen for being able to work on something together, but it's not something that will happen easily and soon, because I do see with the Ten of Wands in reverse, the Three of Wands in reverse, it would have to happen at a time where they're not expanding themselves, and I do see they are expanding themselves. But I will tell you right now, Nine of Pentacles, Three of Pentacles, Eight of Wands is a very, very good omen that yes, it could very, 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 very much happen. But yeah, guys, I am gonna stop the reading right here. This reading ended up being so long. I'm so sorry. I hope you guys watch the whole thing, and yeah, my voice is like cracking right now, but I love you guys so much. I hope you enjoyed this reading. Thank you so much for allowing me to be part of your day, and thank you so much to my patrons as always for asking these questions. I love you guys so much, and I really hope that I'll be able to see you guys in my next video. Take care, guys. Bye.